The spark of arrogance. It began on the edge of charted space. A human colony, vibrant, newly settled, its skies alive with orbital docks and cargo ships, became the stage for an arrogance the galaxy would never forget. The Teyer Dominion, an empire ancient and cruel, looked upon humanity as upstarts. They saw colonists tilling alien soil, building cities beneath twin suns, and thought, this is weakness masquerading as strength. So they struck. Without warning, Teyer warships emerged from hyperspace. Dreadnoughts hung above the skies like obsidian moons, their guns spitting annihilation. Cities burned. Civilian transports were gutted mid-flight. Envoys pleading for peace were dragged before alien courts, executed in front of roaring crowds. The Teyer admiral laughed as his fleet broadcast across the stars. Earth will learn humility. Let this colony burn as a lesson. Humanity must bow, or humanity must die. The galaxy watched. Few intervened. Many believed the Teyer were right. And the whisper passed from throne to council was always the same. The universe warned them, never provoke humanity. But the Dominion ignored it. The feast of mockery. For weeks, alien courts reveled. The colony's ashes became trophies. Human screams were played in amphitheaters as entertainment. Teyer generals toasted their victory, sneering at Earth's silence. Where is your vaunted courage? They mocked. Where is your fleet, your iron will, your endless pride? They mistook silence for weakness. They mistook patience for fear. To them, humanity was just another species, too new, too soft, too civilized to truly resist. The Dominion's chroniclers wrote in stone, the Terrans have fallen. They will not rise again. The galaxy believed it. But in the stillness of Earth's night skies, something else stirred. Beneath oceans, in shipyards carved into moons, in quiet command bunkers humming with old secrets, the silence was breaking. The silence shatters. It began not with words, but with a signal. A single pulse echoed across human space. Every fleet, every garrison, every hidden dockyard received the same order. Mobilize. From Titan's shipyards, dreadnoughts the size of cities drifted free of scaffolds. From Europa's icy caverns, submarines meant for alien seas rose into orbit. On Mars, rail cannons were hoisted skyward, their barrels glowing like the eyes of gods. Civilian fleets vanished from trade routes, rerouted into hidden safe zones. Colonies were locked down, weapons distributed, skies fortified. Humanity did not shout, did not threaten. They simply prepared. And in the dark void between stars, voices whispered across encrypted channels. They have awakened us, they will regret it. The answer of steel. When the response came, it was not one fleet. It was not one army. It was the full weight of Earth's fury. At the edges of Dominion space, their patrol fleets vanished. Outposts fell silent. Entire garrisons discovered their supply lines severed, their stations drifting powerless as human warships closed in. The Teyer called it sabotage. Then they realized it was extermination. Human dreadnoughts blotted out suns, their hulls glimmering with scars of ancient wars. Carrier groups released swarms of fighters like flocks of steel ravens, their trails burning against alien skies. Orbital strikes hammered fortresses until mountains turned to glass. The Dominion panicked, their arrogance faltered. Still, they told themselves, we are ancient, we are powerful, they are just humans. Then the true hammer fell. The storm of retribution. The first human armada, 12,000 ships strong, surged into Dominion core worlds. It was not an invasion, it was judgment. World after world was surrounded, their defenses shattered in minutes. Human marines dropped from orbit like thunder, armored in black steel, moving with cold precision. Cities that once mocked Earth's weakness now echoed with silence, their rulers dragged before tribunals, their soldiers disarmed, their banners torn down. The Tayer's greatest fortress world, Carrick's Prime, fell in a single night. Its planetary shields, once thought impenetrable, cracked beneath coordinated orbital barrages. Human dreadnoughts unleashed rail-launched slugs the size of skyscrapers, tearing continents apart. To the galaxy, it looked less like war and more like apocalypse. And through the chaos, one message pulsed on every frequency, in every tongue. This is Earth's answer. The fire that consumed suns. The Dominion gathered its might for one last stand. Hundreds of their warships, ancient leviathans plated in obsidian armor, assembled at the twin suns of the Sarath system. It was meant to be humanity's graveyard. Instead, it became their funeral pyre. When the human fleet arrived, the battle did not last days. It lasted hours. Missiles screamed like comets, turning battleships into molten slag. Boarding pods slammed into enemy hulls, disgorging armored marines whose rifles tore through alien flesh. Human war AI fleets wove impossible maneuvers, their formations like blades carving through the void. At the height of the battle, the twin suns themselves were eclipsed. Human dreadnoughts formed walls of steel so vast that starlight could not pierce them. To those watching from the ground, it seemed as if the universe itself had been smothered by Earth's fury. When silence finally fell, the Sarath system was grave cold. The Tayer fleet was no more. The empire that forgot fear. Survivors whispered of what they saw. They spoke of human admirals who gave no boasts, no threats, no speeches, only orders, delivered in calm tones that carried the weight of inevitability. They spoke of soldiers who advanced through firestorms without hesitation, their banners unburning, their resolve unbroken. They spoke of dreadnoughts so vast they cast shadows across continents, and of orbital strikes so precise they could erase a palace while leaving the city around it untouched. It was not cruelty. It was not chaos. It was retribution, cold, deliberate, absolute. The Dominion, once feared across 1,000 systems, now cowered. Their chronicles were rewritten, their monuments toppled. The proud lines of Tayer emperors ended in silence, their names erased from memory. Aftermath of ashes. When the guns fell silent, the galaxy did not rejoice. They trembled. The Dominion was gone. Entire star systems lay in ruins, their fleets annihilated, their power extinguished. Where once there had been arrogance, now there was only dread. Humanity did not stay to conquer. They did not claim thrones. They left behind ruins and whispers. Across council halls and star markets, a new law was spoken in hushed tones. Never provoke Earth again. Because patience had been mistaken for weakness, silence had been mistaken for fear. And when provoked, humanity had answered with a vengeance so vast it blotted out suns. The whispered warning. Years later, alien children would ask their elders why the Dominion no longer ruled. And the elders would shiver before answering. Because they ignored the warning, because they forgot that humans endure, because they thought they could burn one colony, silence one envoy, erase one people, and they were wrong. In the shadows of ruined star systems, in the silence of extinguished thrones, the warning echoed. The universe warned you, never provoke humanity. And the survivors of the galaxy, broken and scarred, whispered the truth that would outlive empires. Their patience is vast, but their vengeance is infinite.